How's it going, everyone? Just thought I'd post a little update video to show you what's going on. I'm filming with the phone today just because I'm having some troubles with my other camera. It's been a few weeks since I posted any footage of my little aquaponics bed here. Things have been going quite well the last few weeks. The lettuce seeds that I put in have mostly all sprung up. The green ones seem to be growing a lot better than the red ones. So the red ones are staying tiny, but the green ones are doing really well. I've got some beans going on the bean plants. They're being absolutely covered in flowers. I'm down to the last two beetroot. These two are getting pretty big now. Giants, can't get my hand around them. They'll be coming out soon. We've had a few hot days and they've been really suffering in the heat. I don't think they're supposed to be really summer vegetables. Got a few more beans here. The celery's gone slow, but always seems to grow slow. The really exciting bit has been these pumpkin vines. I don't know if you noticed in the last video, but a few weeks ago they were about this big. The leaves are about that big, and they stayed like that for about a month. Then for some reason, a few weeks ago, they just suddenly took off, and now they're actually doing really well. I think it's because we had a few warm days, and that seems to have spurred them into action. These are like a mini American sweet pumpkin or something like that. I've lost the seed packets, I can't really remember, but the leaves are staying quite small, which is good for aquaponics, I guess. Got a couple of female flower buds right in the tip there. The strawberry's doing really well. It's had most of its flowers, new leaves and everything. The flowers on here have been absolutely massive. I mean, the first one was about as big as my thumb. I haven't seen strawberry flowers that healthy before. Something else I've come up with, well, from another YouTuber, gave me the idea to build a little solids filter. So I've changed around my water inlet, still got the tap, but I've got this hose going into the bottom of this bucket, and then this bucket is stuffed full of filter sponge and shade cloth and that sort of thing to actually filter out the solids, because I had a lot of issue with the sponge that was on my actual water pump blocking up every day, and then the water flow into here would stop. So I built this, took the sponge out of the pump and built this, and it actually works incredibly well. Quite surprised actually how well it works. So that's pretty much everything. Just wanted to show you how things are growing. I did put some other seeds in here. I had some silver beet, kohlrabi and a few rock melon seeds here and there, but I think it's just been too cold. Nothing's really come up. I think that's a kohlrabi there and the silver beet there, but I planted those seeds about 2 weeks ago. It's the end of, it's pretty much the end of spring, halfway through November, and still we're having regular days of sort of like a top of 18 degrees Celsius, but that's with a cold southerly wind as well, which makes it actually feel more like 15 degrees or less, which isn't really helping germinate the seeds. And the water temperature is like 15 degrees or less, 15 degrees Celsius. But despite that, we've managed to have like 1 or 2 days where it got to 36 degrees and full sun, and I wasn't home to put any shade on the plants here, and the beans copped the brunt of it. Actually got scorched in the sunlight when it was 36 degrees. But then like 2 days later it's 18 and a cold wind. But anyway, there you go. Wicking bed over there is doing quite well. That's the first wicking bed we built, and then built this one. But bad news on that one. After we filled it up with soil, it sprung a leak after so our liner is just the builder's plastic, And come to think of it, when we first put the builder's plastic in that one's leaked as well before we put the soil in it, luckily, but this one sprung a leak after we put the soil in it somehow. So yeah, the builder's plastic is obviously the wrong thing to use. So in this one, annoyingly, we have to dig it all out and replace the liner. We're just going to use a pond liner because it's a lot tougher. But yeah, that one's not leaking, the first one, and it's doing really well. We haven't had any problems with the plants suffering in the heat, the few hot days we've had. It's very water efficient. The soil stays damp even in the hottest day. But yeah, wicking beds are a top idea. This is also a top idea, but it's also complicated. For simplicity and bang for your buck, I think wicking beds are the way to go. But this is interesting. It's like a science experiment. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.